It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long. Happy Monday, everybody. Football season, well, we won't see any football for a long time. Well, at least not the NFL-style football. We still have spring football. It used to be the USFL and the XFL, and they had a baby, and it's called the UFL.
Nailed it, John.
Damn, I'm good at this. So we do have a little bit of that. But, man, the great football that we saw yesterday, if you had the 49ers, I know that one was painful. It hurt. And we got a million questions today to ask. I'm kind of wondering what you're thinking about. You can hit me up with your opinions, what you think, your takes at 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. We are going to talk a lot about, of course, the big game. Now, Brian Dacus and y'all are going to have to help me out because, sadly, I wasn't at my own damn Super Bowl party because I had to be up here at work. And that was very, very, very disappointing for me because I didn't get to, watch any of the halftime show. I didn't get to see any of the commercials because you're listening to the game because what you're seeing on the screen is a full play and a few seconds behind. Yeah, if you are gambling, listening to the radio can definitely help you try to hop on that play a little bit faster. It's the quickest game. And we are going to be speaking for some bets. We're going to be speaking about how great Pat Mahomes is. I don't think anybody out there has ever said, man, this dude ain't great. You know, this dude ain't elite. But what he is definitely in the first 7 years of his career, nobody has 3 championships and 3 MVPs. But there's a bunch who have 3 championship and 2 MVPs, and they're all in other sports. You have NBA, MLB, and NHL. In the NBA, you have Larry Bird, who had 3 championships and 2 MVPs. You have Bill Russell, who had 3 championship and 2 MVPs. Mickey Mantle, Stan Musial, Joe DiMaggio, all the boys in the baseball. And now it's Pat Mahomes. But not only is it just Pat Mahomes who has now passed Tom Brady for most double-digit Super Bowl comebacks by a starter. He passed him. He now has 3 Super Bowl rings in all 3 games. He found himself back from double digits, came back, and won the ball game. It's a very impressive stat. Pat's got 3. Tom did it twice. Tom did it to Kyle Shanahan when he was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. Pat Mahomes did it to Kyle Shanahan yesterday. And we're going to have all kinds of questions about what about the 49ers? Where do they go from now? Brock Purdy paying him. Is Kyle Shanahan that dude? I mean, my guy's been, NFC championship after NFC championship. He's been to the big game. He's now 0-3 in the big game. 2 as a coach and both as offensive coordinator. But he's also had in all 3 big games, all 3 Super Bowls. My man's had a double-digit lead in all 3 of his Super Bowls and did not hold on to win the game. It's absolutely buck wild to think about just everything that's gone on in the last 24 hours. Legends are made, and Pat Mahomes is that legend. But now we also have to talk about Spags. Steve Spagnuolo, he has 4 Super Bowl wins as a defensive coordinator. That itself is legit. Spags held that 49ers team, even in overtime, to 22 points, 19 during the ball game. Came up with some huge plays. But let's also not forget, he was the defensive coordinator for the Giants. The year the Patriots had the greatest offense in the National Football League and were averaging, check this out, 36.8 points per game. Spags' Giants team beat Brady up and held the dead gum Patriots and the great man Tom Brady to 14 points. In 2019, they averaged 29.9. That's the 49ers. He held them to 20 points, almost 10 points below their average. And then, of course, what he did yesterday, the 49ers averaged 29 points per game. The Chiefs held them to 22 points, including overtime. Spags is just a genius.
Mm-hmm.
He is he is playing the saying. Everybody says this all the time. Oh, he's playing chess while everybody's playing checkers. Well, most of the people who are playing chess, not checkers, are usually, we think, on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah.
They get all the love.
Mm-hmm.
We're always talking about the up-and-coming coach who's going to scheme. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He's going to do this. Oh, it's all about the offensive minds. I mean, we talk about, of course, Sean McVay. We talk about, of course, Kyle Shanahan. We talk about all these coaches. Ben Johnson was the hottest name that didn't go, and he stayed in Detroit because the innovative offense that Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions are implementing with all the running and blocking and play action. It's always about what the guy's doing on the offensive side of the football. While Spags is just going out there and defeating all these little offensive stony gurus, these little offensive geniuses. Spags defensive hold'em. He is straight up a legend. And the fact that Andy Reid and him are on the same team with somebody like 15 is almost unfair. With all those young defensive backs, with Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed, man, that was just an unbelievable night of legends. Again, Pat Mahomes is going to get his roses. That's all I've been hearing everybody talk about all day. And rightly so. 15 is that dude. 15 is that dude. But Spags deserves a lot of credit. And then there's also, dude, the muff punt that a lot of people, I don't think, have really talked too much about it. The muff punt changed the entire complexion of the game. Before that, I was thinking to myself, damn it, it's fourth down in half a yard. You got to go for it. It's this is the time that if you're going to do it, you got to do it. You got to get something going on, but you're all the way backed up in your side, your side. My man punts the ball, hits the ankle, punt is muffed, ball games change. Next play, Pat Mahomes, touchdown, bam. Before that play, the Chiefs offense had 6 points. Do you realize that? 2 field goals.
Yeah, you're right.
After that play, they went touchdown, field goal, touchdown. Plus, they held the other team to 2 punts. To 2 turnovers and 5 punts. What? That changed the entire. Just basically, it got the Chiefs so fired up and in belief, and it had the 49ers looking at themselves on that sideline like, "Oh no, are we snake bitten?" Did you see the expression of George Kittle on the sideline when they showed him?
Yeah.
He just had his face where he looked like he was just looking off in the air like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, what just happened? That muff punt was so big.
Well, I don't know why he was trying to pick it up and run. He should have just jumped on it. He was the one that realized, oh, it's hit my teammate's ankle. He should have just fallen on it instead of tried to pick it up and make something happen.
Oh man, it was such a good man. There were so many wild plays realistically that can just go back and you can always think of one play or this or that or this decision or why you did this. But my goodness, there's just so much to talk about. Again, Spags' defense are unbelievable. What he's done is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that they held Christian McCaffrey to 3.6 yards per carry.
That was one of the biggest things of the night.
That's just, again, giving Spags his flowers. But the other thing I was going to mention is Kyle Shanahan, again, in his 3 Super Bowls, they've lost the only 2 Super Bowl games ever to go to overtime. And in the game that didn't go overtime, they blew a 10-point